Okay, so here's Starwood's water story, Thinking Beyond Conservation. I hope you enjoy this video.
So I don't know about you, but I'm dying.
Yeah, that was quite a hike.
Water? Water.
Another dry day in a string that seems almost unending. This drought started in 1998, and it's become a way of life here in Arizona. Water, sometimes too little, sometimes too much, is a growing concern both here and around the world.
The thing you have to remember is water is a resource. It's a precious resource, and it's an increasingly scarce resource. In fact, water is the new oil.
In the Middle East, water scarcity has already emerged as a driver of civil conflict.
Drought didn't just dry out the soil, it dried out the whole political landscape.
Climate change contributed to the Arab Spring?
There is definitely a link.
Look at the world and you'll notice that the areas with high water risk in red often correlate to areas of global conflict. It's a problem we can't afford to ignore, as global citizens and as a global business. More than half of Starwood's properties are located in areas facing critical water issues.
In urban areas, we're really talking about water quality, sometimes issues of water scarcity. In resort, it's an issue of amenities, it's an issue of consumption.
In 2009, Starwood launched our 30-20 by 20 goals to reduce energy consumption by 30% and water consumption by 20% by the year 2020. And we've added the goal of reducing carbon emissions by 30% in the same time frame.
I think we've got to rethink this whole thing. It's not just about conservation. I think the goals have got to get bigger, the goals have got to get more aggressive, and we're going to have to push harder on the innovation side.
We're thinking bigger and broader because we need to think about how we use water for drinking, for irrigation, for cooking, and for cleaning our rooms. It's also thinking about it from our guest perspective, obviously, but also from our owners, from our hotels, from our associates, and from the communities in which we operate.
When I was here 5 years ago, more than half of the houses, half the buildings that there are now, start realizing that they just can't continue this indefinitely.
As Starwood grows and opens new hotels, we are making decisions which take into account water risk. And we've developed a variety of solutions for different properties in different locations. The Phoenician Resort in Scottsdale is just one Starwood property that's leading the charge in making innovative, sustainable development choices. An invisible membrane now coats the surface of the resort's 9 pools, keeping the water from evaporating and the heat from escaping.
To help conserve water and energy, we put in a product called Heat Saver. We've installed a weather track, which is a system that helps us track and do a better job with all of our irrigation systems throughout the resort. We're up over 50% savings, water savings from 2008 base year to today.
Proof that technology and innovation are key to our growth. We can do it responsibly, without compromising the luxury experience that our guests have come to expect at our properties.
We're not going to stop doing business. It's what can we do to maximize the use and efficiency of water? How can you create a luxury experience and make it a sustainable luxury experience? And that's what we're focusing on now. Whether it's in housekeeping, being sensitive to water use, or engineering, making sure that we're plugging leaks, or landscaping, making sure that we're being far more sensitive from irrigation, from a local flora standpoint.
Every associate is responsible for thinking differently about the role they have in achieving our water goals.
What we need to remember is it's 200,000 people all working together. Each is a small piece, but the collective impact can be phenomenal.
Let's rethink water now
Alright, so I just showed you a video that was about Starwood and some of their conservation practices as far as water conservation and how they plan to deal with water waste in the future, being more environmental and socially conscious. I hope you got a better understanding of what Starwood's doing to conserve the natural environment, but I also hope you just got an idea in general for what hotels and resorts can do in this industry to move towards sustainability. So I hope you enjoyed that video. We just discussed environmental programs before that, and now we're going to move on to the conclusion of the paper. So in conclusion, restaurants and hotels are becoming more eco-friendly and willing to protect the environment. We saw this through Starwood. We've also seen this throughout our class. We saw that Starwood not only is partnering with Conservation International, but also Global Citizen, and they're really working on sustainability. So the weakness of this particular organization and this company, Starwood, would be that it would cost a lot more to pursue a successful or eco-friendly environment. Like we said, it's costly, so if they really want to improve to the best level, it would be very expensive. But the strengths associated with sustainability would be that their sustainable practices specifically would be that it would draw in a lot more support from consumers who are aware that these hotels and resorts such as Starwood are making the effort. We're learning more and more just as a society about the future of our planet and what we are doing as far as food, water, energy, waste, you name it. We're learning what it's going to do for our future generations. Once our natural resources are gone, they're gone. And so, as people are beginning to look to be more sustainable themselves, they're going to want to also go to more sustainable companies and support them. So it's important that organizations and companies within the industry are aware of this, aware of the power that they have just by going sustainable. And so, even restaurants within the hotels, they're being more sustainable. We discussed, farm to table food. But of course, with everything, there are some risks. So a few of the risks of being environmentally friendly is that there's always the risk that the food being consumed or purchased has a risk of being recalled with potential problems. And so, there's always going to be a risk with everything. Maybe, the newest light is not necessarily the safest, but it's environmentally friendly. You never know. So there are risks, but overall, the most important thing that we're trying to get across in this presentation is the importance of sustainability in the hospitality industry. Like I've repeated over and over, it's very important that we're considerate of the environment and we're conscious of how we affect the environment, especially in an industry as expansive as the tourism industry. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned something from it, and we also can't wait to watch yours. Thank you.